Alright, hello. I wanted to do a quick video because we're coming up on a date tomorrow, which is the 7th of January. What I'd mentioned in previous videos is that this 7th of January, 7th of January is a mirror date for Christmas. Okay, if we use this crossover point from the 31st of December through to the 1st of January. Okay, so New Year's Eve through to New Year's Day, so the end of one year through to the next year. If we use this as a reference marker point and we count back 7 days, we're going to get to Christmas. Okay, and so 7 days on from the crossover point is going to be the 7th of January, which is going to be a mirror for Christmas. Okay, anyway, today, which is the 6th of January, is the mirror for Boxing Day. A date which I thought we might see something with Madonna. It's practically every day for Madonna, really, but again, there was a lot of boxing references with Madonna, especially with the Guy Ritchie film Snatch. Okay, and there's an awful lot of like punching, boxing references in Back to the Future as well. Okay, so again, if you've watched some other videos, you'll know why I was making that connection, or those connections. But anyway, this 77, okay, and this connection to the 7th tomorrow. I wanted to show you, because of Back to the Future again, and this chart of mine, the chart of Lorraine, where this shows up. Well, we'll start with what I've got in here. If you're new to the channel, oh dear, I don't know how I'm going to explain this very quickly to you, but I will go through this very quickly. It just so happens that in the chart of Lorraine, you can draw the clock tower from Back to the Future in the chart of Lorraine. So here's the top of the clock tower here, okay, and then we have the 1, 2, 3, 4 pillars, okay, and then in the film, the 55 here, we can stylize the 5-5 and make a lightning bolt out of it. Okay, so you have the ZZ Top 55 hitting the top of the clock tower here, right at this point, which immediately is the transfer from the metaphysical above to the physical below. Okay, so this point here is really, we're really dealing with like the crossover into the physical world. So what we have is this sort of, the lightning comes down the line, and we've got this 9/11 that's in here. Obviously it's traveling this way in the film, and it travels across, okay, and then what it does is we have the Western Auto 9 over here, and it makes the 9/11. These are the fire trails here. I've just drawn them in so you can see them. But what's interesting is you'll notice that pi is right here as well, and of course the lightning trails come through, okay, and then we get pi out of this as well, with the line coming back up here, with the lightning coming along it. So we actually get pi drawn out, and the way they pan the camera in the film, we get the 9/11, we get the pi reference when they do that camera panning. Okay, there is also another reference with Doc's car, which his Doc's car is a Packard 8, I think, so you also get an 8/11 there as well, depending on the way you want to look at all that. Okay, but so what's mental is you already have on, here's the clock, the face of the clock tower. Yeah, this is the clock which stops at this numerology 10:04. Okay, so we have this crazy synchronicity in this chart that I've got of mine and what goes on in Back to the Future. Is this a coincidence? I don't think so. I think somebody that wrote Back to the Future has a copy of this particular table. We have the 55 miles an hour. We have the the 55 miles an hour, the 1955 and the 88 miles an hour. Okay. So what else did I want to show you in here? Well, the significance of when the lightning hits the clock tower. Okay, if we look at these numbers that are right above this here, the 358, this is normally Christmas Eve. Yeah, and then the top of the clock tower, yeah, right here, is connecting into the physical. This is like the birth of Christ here. Yeah, the dove from above, the lightning, the 55, the 5, the Holy Spirit, if you like, impregnating Mary. Yeah, the clock tower is, if you like, the temple is Mary. If you look at the temple of Diana, yeah, you'll see similar things to the clock tower. Okay, so this is like the birth here, 9/11, the impregnation, yeah, conception. Okay, but it's also that it's all these things happen simultaneously. Okay, or in very close proximity to one another. Okay, but anyway, so you will have heard that 9/11 is kind of like the birth of Christ. People have said that could be a possibility. I say it's like the birth of Christ, but into the matrix. And notice that this 9/11 is stuck inside the top of the clock tower here. Okay. Anyway, so we've got all this going on. This year, 1/7, the 7th of January, has 358 days left in the year as its counterpart number. Okay, so 358 days left in the year is 1/7. Notice also that in Back to the Future, where they smash through the glass door is right here. Okay, now I don't normally have this purple row in here. This row is a hidden, I call it I don't know what I'd call it really, but it's really a hidden row. Okay, so occasionally I will this is why it's scribbled in, occasionally I will use this row. The significance of this row though is if we look down here at the green totals, they change when this 4 row is put in. Okay, and so the totals change to these numbers below. So the 55, the 88, they all change, right? Again, what is significant about this purple row is the fact that we have Donald Trump's birthday right at the start of these totals. Okay, and you will see that the purple contains obviously some numbers that are significant with Donald Trump, especially this one right here, the 45. So, where am I going with this right now? Well, what I want you to see is that right below this 14 here is the number 17. Okay, so 1/7 numerology. Okay, now remember, Christmas on one side of the year equates to 1/7 on the other side of the year. Note also that this number here, the 18, and also note the fact that we could just pinch one of these ones out of the 11 here, and we've got a 17, we've got a 1/7 reference at the top of here as well, and we've also got this 1/8 reference, which is particularly interesting this year because Elvis's birthday is this day, and also Joe Biden will be sort of connecting with this because it's Elvis's 90th birthday, and it's Biden will be 30,000 days old. So we have a 9/3, a perfect 9/3 reference kind of which again 9-3. If we come back over here and do a cross reference now, here we've got the date for the Hoover Dam, 30th of September written in purple here. You'll notice that what that correlates with, we're in the 4 row and we're in the 11 column. So 411, yeah, correlates with this perfectly, as is Biden and Elvis this year will be joining up on this particular date, okay, which is very interesting. With, you know, we had the lightning coming this way, yeah, do we have the lightning coming back the other way now, or something that has to balance out all of this stuff over here? And there are some interesting number jumps that occur over this side of the table here. I don't know, you know, Hoover Dam coordinates, we've got 114 at the Hoover Dam, so it is kind of interesting. Again, 36 as well with the coordinates of the Hoover Dam. I'm going to leave it there for this video. That's already a real mess, but I just really wanted to point out, you know, this 1-7 is pretty important when it comes to this whole thing. Was there anything else I wanted to mention? No, we'll leave it there for now. Note also that the ear wound with Donald Trump is in here. You know, it's just interesting, isn't it? The amount of numbers that just are connected here. Yeah. Anyway, I'm leaving it there. Thanks for watching, and I'm going to do another video here in short proximity to this one about the dollar bill and the 1-7 that's in the dollar bill. Okay, stay tuned. Cheers, bye.